All right. Hey, what's going on, everyone? Back with an event guide for you. And I'm going to be going through Mana Burn, which is an event that I think throws off a lot of people because of the special rules. And I'm going to be showcasing the deck that I use for this Planeswalker that I pretty much never use anywhere else. And the reason I like him for this event is because let's look at the special rules. The perma support, Mana Burn, Living Flame. It can't be destroyed, obviously. It's got level. When you gain mana and your cards can't receive more mana, increase its level by X. X is the amount of mana your cards would gain. At the beginning of combat on your turn, deal Y damage to Planeswalker. Y is this card's level times 3. At the end of your turn, this card's level becomes 1. So basically, it's meant to punish you for overloading your cards with mana. The reason that can be dangerous is because if you're playing something that has a lot of gem conversion or just a way that would get you a ton of mana as you go, it would make things really bad for you because you're going to take a lot of damage from the event support if you do that to yourself. So instead, what we do is we put prevent damage on our Planeswalker with this guy. And how do we do that? Well, if you're not familiar with Gideon Blackblade, and he's not a super popular Planeswalker, so you're probably not, but he's got a really expensive third ability, but it is pretty cool. It's create a Gideon Blackblade token. It's a human soldier 8/8, token legendary, first strike, lifelink, and berserker. When this creature is on the battlefield, if it's not disabled, your Planeswalker gains prevent damage. When this creature dies, exile the first and last opposing creatures. Basically, you cannot take damage if this guy is on the board and able to and is not disabled. So that not only does that help you against your opponent, but it helps you against the event support. So as long as you have this guy on the board, you can play all the conversion you want and not worry about it. So my deck for him has a few different built-in ways of gaining loyalty. We got Golden Wish, of course, and we got Cryptics and Assimilation Aegis to fetch when we play it. So you got to make sure when you play Golden Wish, you have artifacts or vanguards in your deck. We got a couple other things that are going to help us gain loyalty. We got Healer of the Pride. We got Muster the Departed, which will synergize both with Enduring Innocence and Healer of the Pride. Muster the Departed creates 3 white spirit tokens at the beginning of your turn. They get lifelink from it too, which is great. And then Enduring Innocence, when a creature with base power 3 or less enters the battlefield or is reinforced on your control, draw a card, then gain 2 loyalty. This effect can trigger up to 3 times per turn. So at the beginning of your turn, you get basically 6 loyalty for free, which is going to get you to his third ability if you're unable to find that Golden Wish that you need. So other things in here that are nice, we got Flare of Fortitude. This is nice because at the beginning of combat on your turn, this card in your hand and doesn't have full mana, you may destroy target non-token creature you control. If you do, this card gains full mana, but your Planeswalker gains prevent damage until the beginning of your next turn. So that's the main reason it's in here. We got a nice ability of gaining shield control as well. So it's a nice spell in here. It's not a spell I use a lot, even though it's really good, but it is a pretty decent card in this deck. So Felia, Exuberant Shepherd is nice because it's just a good card for destroying your opponent's stuff. And you can steal stuff by this effect of, at the end of your turn, return the last card from your opponent's graveyard into play under your control. Then this creature gets +2/+2. Requisition Raid, obviously there for taking care of business. And Rediscover the Way is just a fantastic card for fetching the pieces that you want from your deck into play. So that's pretty much the breakdown of the deck. It does really well most of the time. It's very rare that I take losses with it. So let's run a few battles just to show you how the deck works, and hopefully you enjoy it. Okay, Mu Yan Ling is not a Planeswalker you see very often, so hopefully this is an easy battle. I think I'll put Cryptics into play first, just so we get things moving on our side with some mana gain. We hit one of our objectives right away. So what are the objectives here? We'll win the fight with 40 or more HP remaining. That's usually pretty easily. I've messed up and not converted enough gems before winning before, but at least you get a pretty generous amount of charges to hit progression. Okay, we get ourselves a nice 5 match there. Well, not anymore, but we got plenty of other mana from it, so it doesn't really matter. From our cryptics. Another nice thing about Flare of Fortitude is that shield counter that will help prevent Gideon from getting taken off the board too quickly. Then Assimilation Aegis also helps against planeswalkers that might have trouble dealing with the well, it helps for Assimilation Aegis. Also helps just in case the Gideon Blackblade would attack a creature and not survive. But if you get enough loyalty, you can build this guy up to a pretty big size body, and it'll take care of things pretty easily. So I don't think we've taken any damage from Greg yet. We got a pretty good start. Okay, we will here. Actually, no, we won't, because we got the Gideon on the board. So if you want to, you could throw this on there and make him a blocker as well. Not super necessary. If you want to save your loyalty to if you want to save your loyalty for other things, that is perfectly all right. We got a Kylox getting us some spells from our deck, which is pretty awesome. Doesn't even matter. We're going to win right here. So that was a good start for us against a mediocre walker that really wasn't bringing much to the table. And look at that ley line. We hit our second objective very easily. Let's do a couple more, just so we get a variety of battles to share with you. Okay, this opponent is not a name I recognize, but the Planeswalker is gonna be stronger, or should be, than Mu Yanling. Okay, we didn't convert any gems. We didn't make any matches from the Healer of the Pride there, but that's okay. We'll get some more life soon, hopefully. Cryptics is doing stuff for us. Okay, we'll get a Muster the Departed down as soon as we can, and then we'll start gaining our life back and converting gems soon too, I think. All right, we got a little bit of life back because they played Ogre Tack. Not a creature I see a lot of, but it does make me wonder what else is in this deck. Okay, we're mono white against mono white, so his ley line of the guild pack might not do a lot against us. Okay, let's gain some life back. Okay, we're converting gems. Good. Hopefully we don't convert too many gems here. Okay, we'll get some stuff going here. Like the Enduring Innocence or Golden Wish. What do we want? I'll go with the Golden Wish. We get 2 5 matches, which is nice. Hopefully, well, we're going to put our Gideon Blackblade into play here. Which will keep us from taking damage from all that gem conversion we just did. So we don't have to worry about taking damage from that level. I can steal his guy and take it with me. And I take his I take the support. Doesn't matter. That was a support that we didn't really need anyway. So we're getting a bunch of loyalty there because of Enduring Innocence. Let's put First Strike, Lifelink, and Vigilance until the beginning of your next turn. Then Proliferate. Didn't even see that Proliferate on him, but I guess that's cool. Play our Flare of Fortitude. Nice. We're reaping the benefits from Aurelia. And watch what we do here. We just grabbed a Flare of Fortitude. Oh, well. What I was going to do is this. Let's throw Vigilance, First Strike, and Lifelink onto that guy, just in case we need to block in Aurelia next turn. It's kind of cool to have that enlist available to us as well. Okay, here's what we do. We destroy our Aurelia, get a free Flare of Fortitude. Well, we destroy their Aurelia. Oh, yeah. Well, see, they would have played in Aurelia. But we had Assimilation Aegis down. If you don't have Aegis, you can just use Suppression Bonds or something like that. You just need an artifact to fetch, though. Which I doubt you would have Golden Wish and not Assimilation Aegis, though it's, you know, not super far out of the realms of possibility. But just in case. See, a lot of nice loyalty being generated every turn thanks to the Enduring Innocence and Muster the Departed combo. So that's why I like it. Okay. That was a stronger opponent, but not crazy. Okay, well, I can't imagine this one being that difficult either. But, you know, you never know. They might get lucky and, you know, cascade into a Galta. But I'm not expecting a whole lot. Plus, also, if we get this Assimilation Aegis down early, it's going to stop them from doing much on their end as far as creatures go. Since they spend all their time trying to charge up a Galta, and then it's going to hit the board and do nothing as long as our Assimilation Aegis is down. So far, they're not giving me much to worry about. Let's get Muster the Departed down, or Cryptics. No, I think I want Cryptics first. Just to speed things up in my mana gaining department. Oh yeah, and Enduring Innocence triggers on your opponent's turn as well, which is pretty sweet. Okay, I would like to get that snake out of the way, because if they do end up playing a Galta, which I kind of feel like they're on their way to doing, I would rather have that out of the way. I'd rather have the snake guy out of the way. No, I don't want to destroy one of my own creatures. That's the only problem with the Flare of Fortitude. You can't use it on token creatures. Oh, an Emrakul. That was definitely not what I was expecting. Well, that sucks. Okay, we'll get a Gideon Blackblade into play here. We're going to take out their stuff with a Requisition Raid. Let's grab a Healer and Enduring Innocence if we can. Oh, I didn't mean to play both Requisition Raids, but Seems like we're doing okay. It's a pretty strong deck, it seems. But why are they using this Planeswalker? He kind of sucks. Garruk 1? Weird. Let's see if we can take him out. Oh, well, we rated them anyway, so it doesn't matter. All right, Captain Ollie. Choose a better Planeswalker and you might have had a chance. Okay, well, a Johnny's always annoying, but I have no idea if this opponent is very strong. Let's look at his ranking here, or level, or whatever you want to call it. Okay, 156 is not bad. Coalition, Glory Road, not familiar with that one. It is old. Sire of 7 Deaths. Okay. Probably won't be too difficult. But we'll see. Okay. Enduring Innocence. Felia. Kind of want to have Felia down first. Maybe not. Suppression Bonds is going to keep us from even being able to take it out with Felia. I don't know. Do you guys say Felia or Felia? So much of the Departed is probably fine to put down. I don't mind it taking up a slot. Okay, well now we don't have to worry about it. Took that Suppression Bonds out of there. I still want something down first in case they play another one. That's annoying. Yeah, still want to put that one down. Dang, like I said, annoying. Well, they took that out of the equation. We had a Suppression Bonds, or a Assimilation Aegis. Yeah, they really hate supports. They're like, I'm not letting supports get me. Which is fine, because we'll do other things. I could do Flare of Fortitude. And now you are ours. Okay, still playing that Sire of 7 Deaths. That's fine. And take it out with Felia anyway. And then we get a nice little Flare of Fortitude. Take you out. And now you're ours. I think I'd rather have you than those kids. I mean, this person must have gotten really hit hard by the rotation, because playing this many Origins cards makes me feel like they didn't have a lot of stuff before that. We'll keep the Sire of 7 Deaths for now. We don't need that yet. Don't need you. Yeah, this guy's playing a bunch of Origin stuff. Which I guess if you're playing a Johnny, you could still do okay with, but We have better stuff and we dominated because of it. I probably could have used my loyalty abilities to better effect, but it didn't really matter at that point. So, okay, next we have Osirak, who I always run into during quick battle. He's always playing Yugen, and he's always playing the same type of deck. So this might be difficult, but I kind of know what I'm in for when I see his name. Though I don't know if they'll be changing their deck at all for mana burn. Let's just see what happens here. Okay. I don't think it's that different of a deck than what I usually see so far. He's usually playing Aurelia's Vindicator. Which is not a bad play for this event. Because yeah, I'm just looking at seeing what I want to do. Because it'll get you mana without having to spend a lot on gem conversion. Demolished me, which is annoying. That's okay. Get a little bit of loyalty there. I'd like to hit my Golden Wish, but I'm a little bit mana starved at the moment. Okay, this is going to get interesting. All right. What do we got to do here? I should have played that Cryptics first, but spending a little too much time on the Golden Wish. Let's see. Guess we could try and go there. Was hoping for a Cascade. This is starting to get a little ugly. Okay. So we got a Golden Wish into that Requisition Raid. Can we do anything with our... No, we need one more turn to get to our Gideon. And let's see if we can do that here. If we get to our... I don't like that at all. Okay, we'll have to get rid of his Titan's Vanguard because it's going to pump us up, but then he'll pump himself up on the next turn. So that's good. We got that out of the way. That Flare of Fortitude really helped there. Okay, he's playing some pretty interesting stuff. But at least we get our Gideon Blackblade into play. We can target you. But we're going to take him out with the Requisition Raid. Anyway. Played a Flare of Fortitude. I like that. Let's start gaining some life back here. Okay, that's nice. Titan's Vanguard in that slot is good. And save that. Things are moving. Let's get a Ophelia and an extra Assimilation Aegis. Gaining some life back. Don't need you. Would rather have Philia. Let's put Aurelia's Vindicator into play. Why not? Let's flip you around. Yeah. Not that I need it anymore, but it's kind of fun. Oh, then we got Double Strike here, which is rad. Let's get some of this stuff out of our hand so that Vindicator can grab it later. Well, that was a decent opponent there. And yeah, so you could see this deck can handle a lot of things you throw at it. It's not perfect because this Planeswalker isn't a perfect Planeswalker outside of a few niche things like this event. So if you are struggling with this event and you have some crystals to burn, try picking up this Planeswalker and building something for him that will help you get through that. The main thing is loyalty gain. If you don't have Golden Wish or some of those other cards, there are a few other cards that gain you loyalty in Standard. But yeah, there are some options you have there if you don't have every card there. But if you have most of them and you feel like you can build something viable with this Planeswalker, give him a shot. All right, thanks for hanging out, and I'll see you in the next video. This whole video, I felt like Ryu at the end of Street Fighter looking for a worthy challenger, you know?